And now, Tracy, we move forward to your pageant journey. So we'll talk about your journey to the Miss World Philippines crown. But before that, I just want to ask this one because last year you competed in Miss Universe Philippines under a bubble setup. And then this year naman, you competed in Miss World Philippines. But before the coronation night, marami rin kayong pinagdaanan. So technically, parang isa ka sa pinaka-veteran when it comes to the pandemic pageants. So,
Yes.
what were the lessons that you learned in both pageants that you would be bringing with you when you compete in Puerto Rico?
Competing in the middle of a pandemic is definitely challenging. I've also experienced competing prior to the pandemic back in 2019, so I could really tell the difference. But this time, after experiencing 2 years in a row, how it's like to compete in a bubble setup and facing all the uncertainties of a pandemic, I'm really sure that when I get to Puerto Rico, I know that I will be able to remind myself to just really let things flow and again to not be too, you know how it is when you truly want something. Sometimes we cling on to things too much and we stress out on all the small things. But if there's one thing that this pandemic taught me, competing in the middle of a pandemic taught me, it's definitely about being patient with myself, being patient with the people around me, and even the organization that I'm representing. Because again, there is this time. Anything can happen every single day. And so I try not to stress out too much. I just tell myself that there are things that I cannot control, and that's normal. And that will always happen no matter the time, no matter the age. And even after the pandemic, there are so much uncertainties. And so as a person and as someone who is competing and is someone who wants to really do very well in the Miss World competition, I really want to bring to the table how I was able to handle every single uncertainty that came my way. Because I know that it will help me if I'm given a chance to be Miss World, someone who has had all those experiences with her prior and during the pandemic, I know that I will be able to handle anything that is thrown at me. May that be mentally or physically and emotionally.
Yes. And now, moving forward to your Miss World Philippines 2021 journey. During the screening, you mentioned that you are 100% confident that you will win one of the titles. But did you expect that you're going to win the top crown?
Hmm. I If I expected to win Miss World Philippines, definitely not. I have to be honest.
Mhm.
I was very sure that prior to joining for the third time in my life, I
Yes.
wanted to be sure of myself. I clearly remember I had a sit down talk with my family members, with my cousins, and they asked me, if you do fail again, would you be okay? And that was the turning point for me because, again, we can't really tell the results. We will never know what will happen. But I had to see to it that whatever happens, I will be ready because that is the only time that you can truly say to yourself that you're ready, that you will be okay with whatever happens. So when I already accepted it to myself, I pushed through. I said that I will be trying one last time and I will give it my all. I will stop doubting myself. I will stop doubting my capabilities and I will start trusting more with the process and start trusting more the people that surround me, the people who believe in me. And so during the final screening, I told everyone that I'm 100% sure that I will make it this time because I've already overcome the biggest competition that I have, which is myself. And again, no matter the results, I feel like I'm already a winner because I was able to move past that hurdle in my life. And I feel like there's nothing that's going to be able to stop me now. Now that I've accepted fully and trusted fully all everything that I can do for myself and for my country.
Yes. And definitely nothing stopped you. Not the pandemic restrictions, not the postponed finals night, not the record-breaking coronation night, and the twice na nahulog ka on stage, or you fell on the stage. So take us back, Tracy, to that very moment when, after almost 7 hours, you were finally announced Miss World Philippines. What was running through your mind?
Okay, so I guys, I'm pretty sure most of us already have seen the clips and everything that happened during that night. But during the whole coronation night and even hours before, I was just very relaxed. And it's
Mhm.
something that's unusual for someone like me because, again, I always pressure myself, I always get nervous, especially before coming out of the stage. And for some reason during that night, I was really feeling like I'm at peace, like I'm where I needed to be. And so I just thought to myself, just go out there, have fun, and enjoy your last performance in the Philippines. What I did. So when I fell off the stage the first time, that was when I felt nervous. That was when
Uh-huh.
all sank in. Na, oh my gosh, my last time? Did I do well? Did I perform well? Was I able to fulfill my promise that I will give the best performance of my life? That's when it all started to really go through my head. And if you can remember the clips back then doing this. I was
Mhm.
praying so hard because I was thinking to myself, is it a good sign that I fell or is it a bad sign? Will it mean that I will win the Miss World Philippines crown or will it
Uh-huh.
mean that I would not place at all? So I was very, very scared. And so when they finally called my name, they were calling every single candidate, every single winner one by one. And it was only the last spot remaining. And it was, of course, for the Miss World Philippines crown. I just prayed to God and said, God, all for you. If I win or if I don't, I will be okay because I know I've already given my all and that's enough for me. May your will be done. That's everything
Yes.
what was going through my mind. And when they called my name, I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was just very happy. I just felt very blessed that I was finally given that opportunity and my dream finally came true. I'm finally able to wear the Philippines sash. I'm now wearing Miss
Mhm.
Philippines and finally be able to represent us in the international stage. That's always been one of my biggest dreams. It was even my
Yes.
mom's dream that I finally become a beauty queen and
Mhm.
all coming true.
Yes. So now, I know that it was a long night for you during that coronation night. What was the first thing that you did when you went back backstage?
The very first thing I did, I was attending, I was wounded actually with my first fall.
Uh-huh.
I did not feel it during that time. So I was shocked when I got to change to my short dress and saw everything. So I attended to my wounds and of course
Uh-huh.
I called up my family, my cousins and my tita and tito. It was already my cousin's birthday. So I greeted her happy birthday and you know, every time even back in Cebu, because I also had to, I had 3 tries in Cebu as well before I
Yes.
finally crown. It was also my tito's birthday. There is always someone's birthday in the family if it's my lucky night. So I'm
Mhm.
still trying to scan through the birth dates of all my cousins and all my relatives who's birthday on December 16, and I'll take that.
True. Dapat meron din yung birthday. And
As
now, yeah, and now, Tracy, you were finally able to bring home the crown to your hometown last week. So how was the experience?
it was one of the best experiences of my life, to be very honest. I had 2 homecomings, one in Quezon del Sur and one of course in Cebu. For all of those who don't know, I was from Makati, but I spent my childhood years in Bayugan, in Salvacion, Bayugan. I until I graduated grade 6, and then for my high school and college years, we moved back to Cebu. So I'm just very happy that my classmates from grade school still remembered me. I think it's
Wow.
one because they prepared an intimate dinner for me, all my classmates in grade school, and we were just 12 during my grade 6 graduation. And even if they're already from Bohol, right now they're staying in Bohol, and some are even staying in Cebu, they really made they could go back home to Bayugan so that they could spend the night with me. It was really an effort. They even made a sketch for me of my graduation, and they gave me this, my bracelet. They all in
Wow.
so give me a bracelet, and I'm wearing it every single day as a reminder that all my classmates and all my friends are with me in this fight, and they are supporting me. Hi to all my classmates in St. Anne, my teachers. I'm very sure that they're watching right now.
Yeah, may mga nagko-comment nga today, proud classmate here.
Hello. Hello, classmates.